Hi, I'm Debbie Teeter, Director of Sales and Marketing with Garmat USA. I'm here with Lance Ulrich, a 20-year veteran in the paint booth industry. We're going to show you how to change out your exhaust filters today. Changing out your exhaust filters is critical in extending the life of your spray booth, providing cleaner paint jobs, and also preventing those critical failures down the road. Garmat USA recommends a 60-hour change-out schedule. We also recommend that you use a 22-gram filter or better. So Lance, show us how it's done.
The first thing we're going to want to do is look for any damaged grating, bent bands, bent grating. If you see that, that is something that you need to get changed out and addressed as soon as possible. You've lost all your structural integrity on that grating, and you could have a car fall completely through the pit. The other thing we want to look for are grate spacers. These grate spacers could either be at the front of your pit or at the rear of your pit, centering the grates from front to rear. They can also be on the left or right side of your pit with multiple spacers to center everything from left to right. So once you've gone around your pit, looked for your spacers, looked for any damaged grating, noted where all your spacers are at, then you're ready to take out all your grating. Okay, now I'm going to be removing the grates with this Garmat grate puller. I love these units. They're very easy on the back. Whereas the bars, you're still using your back when you're pulling these gratings out. So I prefer the Garmat grate puller over the bars. This is as simple as it is. Take your grating outside. Now that we have everything outside, be sure you close the doors. We don't want to introduce any more contaminants into the area we're trying to clean. You'll want to lay all your grating out, take you a broom and just hit it with the broom. Hit all your grating with the broom. Clean that excess of overspray off of them. One time a year, let's go ahead and get a pressure washer out and do a really deep cleaning on these grates. But that's just one time a year. Now that we got all our grating outside, grab you some gloves and a face mask, just something to protect yourself, and we're gonna roll up our dirty exhaust filter. Once you roll everything up, dispose of them properly. We wanna look at all of our pans. We wanna look for overspray buildup in them, and trash. We need to sweep that out or shop vac it out. If you're gonna use a shop vac, let's be sure you got a vac that stays outside the booth. Use a long hose. You don't want that vac in the booth. And then we're gonna go ahead and shop vac these out now. At least one time a year, you're gonna wanna remove these filter pans and get down in your pit and either dry scrape it with a square shovel, just scoop all the excessive overspray out of there, because that is a fire hazard down in the pit. Okay, now we're ready to install our filters. We've removed all our grating, we've cleaned all our filter pans, now we're laying our filters back down in the booth. One thing real quick, when you're installing your filter, you always want to be sure you have it installed properly. The loosely woven side of your filter will always be up. The tightly woven side will be down. The reasoning for that is because the filter will face load if you have the tightly woven side up and your filter's done, whereas the bottom side of your filter will still be clean. So always make sure you've got the tightly woven side down. We want to make sure we also have overhang on both sides, across the ends and down the sides. As you see, this filter is overhanging onto the concrete. That way, that assures me when I drop this grate down in here that I'm not getting any bypass of overspray that's not going through filter media. Okay, we've installed all the grating across one end. I just picked this piece up here to show you. As you can see, our filter's over the end. I'm dropping this grate down in. See how that filter tucks in here and slides down? That assures me I'm not getting any bypass of overspray that's not going through filter media. So always be sure that you've got that on the ends and on the sides.